Alright, I'm really sorry about that, people. I just hate a lot of times when this happens. I hate the fact that I mention something important, whether if it's an update or nuisance, and I always get interrupted at a bad timing. I don't know why, that just happens all the time, but you know what, that's just life. It happens. So anyway, let's get back to the Kirby game I mentioned before. Now, there's just nothing else to say, to be honest, though. You just watch the trailer yourself, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's an odd concept, but I'm actually really glad that there's going to be a Kirby game for Wii U, because I'm still playing Kirby Betrayal Deluxe, and I'm not even done with the game yet, and I'm enjoying that game a lot with its unique charm and gameplay and stuff, but it seems interesting. So, the next game they confirmed is Hyrule Warriors. Now, we already knew this game was coming. Ever since this game was announced in December last year, or early January, I believe? No, February, I think. That they confirmed that Hyrule Warriors was coming to the Wii U. In fact, they confirmed it's coming out this summer, actually, which is interesting. But so let's talk about the game pretty much. They confirmed that you already know, seen screenshots, that Impa is going to be playable in the new Hyrule game, but they include two more characters that are going to be playable. Zelda is actually going to be playable for the first time in a long time. Zelda's going to be playable in the Zelda type game. And second character is Midna from Twilight Princess. Yeah, that's right. Midna, that freaking weird Twilight girl who looked like a mini-sized girl, and then eventually at the end of Twilight Princess became a giant, beautiful princess. She's going to be playable in this, and I think maybe it only in certain levels, but at the same time I don't really know. But it's actually good to know that there's more playable characters coming in. And the game looks good, by the way. It definitely looks good. But the only thing about this that I will say I'm still mixed about is the fact that I hope the game does not focus too much on the combat. I mean, I was talking about this with my friend, Dark Prince of Persia 1, and he and I both agreed. I hope the game does not focus too much on the combat. I mean, I understand it's made by I understand it's made by the same studio that made Dynasty Warriors, and they wanted to add some Dynasty Warriors elements into it. I just hope the whole game's is not just all about combat. I hope it still has a solid story and anything and stuff from any Zelda game for that. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Next up, let's talk about two other games that were already confirmed over a year ago, but we get more details about. First one is the Monolith Soft X game. Now they actually gave us a confirmed title. The game is called Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now I don't know if that means Xenoblade Chronicles 10, but that wouldn't be possible because there's only like at least 3 made so far, ever since Nintendo purchased Monolith Soft many years ago. But I really don't know, to be honest though. I really don't know. But there's not that much to say. They gave us more details. They gave us actual cutscenes in the game and actual gameplay. And right on the Nintendo Treehouse Live that I'm watching, they're showing a lot more gameplay and details about Monolith Soft X. It's just right on my TV right over here. And I even have my headphones plugged into my gamepad to listen to. But anyway, next up is Bayonetta 2. Now there really isn't much to say though about Bayonetta 2. They basically show us more cutscenes and gameplay in the game. But there is some additional content going to be included with the game. And just to let you know, Monolith Soft's X game, Xenoblade Chronicles X, is delayed until 2015, just to let you know. Basically, here's what I want to mention about Bayonetta 2. They actually confirmed there's going to be extra content in the game. And here's the good news. Now, a lot of people have been asking Platinum Games to re-release the first Bayonetta game for the Wii U alongside the sequel, so that way fans of the new Nintendo system who have never played the original Bayonetta game before will get the chance to play it first before they play the sequel. That's actually confirmed, actually. They confirmed that the first Bayonetta game will be released alongside Bayonetta 2 on the same cartridge or gaming box, and pretty much do it. Like, I'll give you an example here. I need to get it in for a second. Hold on. It's basically like this. Like, they have the Bayonetta 2 artwork, but on the very corner right here, they show bonus included the original Bayonetta game. And they also confirmed that there will be Nintendo costumes in the game as well. They confirmed that Bayonetta will have a Peach, a Link, and a Samus costume for the first game. And like I said, it's pretty much a redone version of the first game included with the main game itself. And honestly, like I said before, I think that's a good idea because a lot of Nintendo fans who have purchased the Wii U probably never played the original Wii, or no, not sorry, probably never played the original Bayonetta game, and so they're given a chance to play the game first before they play the sequel. That way they won't understand the plot of the sequel after they play the first game. In my opinion, that's a really good job by Platinum Games. I'm actually even more looking forward to playing Bayonetta, and I'm definitely planning to play the original game first before I play the sequel, which maybe I'll do a playthrough of, but it depends on demand if they want me to play the original Bayonetta first and see a playthrough of. If nobody doesn't ask me that, I'll still play the original Bayonetta, but I'll definitely do a playthrough of the sequel. But it has to be after I play the first game. So that's awesome news. Really awesome news. Next up, there's another new game that Nintendo's making, and this is a very, very odd game. It's a game called Splatoon. Now, basically, it's a really odd concept of the game. Actually, it's a very odd-looking game with a really weird art style. Basically, it's a third-person type game where you and 4 of the players can fight against other 4 players. They confirmed it's an online multiplayer-based action game, which is really awesome to know. Is that you play against 4 of the players, and basically the main goal is you basically spray paint over the environment, as much of it as you possibly can with your other teammates, to cover more territory. And if you cover more territory than your opponent, you fucking win. It is the oddest fucking concept I've ever heard in a Nintendo game, regardless. But I'll be honest though, from what I see in the gameplay, it does look like it could definitely work. I definitely think it might work. A lot of these games are actually seem very unique that Nintendo's making some new IPs, which is really, really awesome. And finally, we got a teaser trailer. By the way, the Splatoon will be coming out in 2015, or maybe 2014, I don't quite remember. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the last 2 announcements I'm going to talk about. We finally got a teaser trailer for the new Zelda game, not the Hyrule Warriors, the new Zelda game for the Wii U. And we didn't really get a gameplay footage, but it was a teaser of what the game will look like. And Inome, I believe that's his name, he confirmed that this game will be an open world style game. Now, he did confirm when the Zelda series evolved into 3D, he wanted to make a Zelda game that every area in the game pretty much felt connected, and he wanted to turn it into an open world type of Zelda game with a new unique art style and a different direction for the series. That I actually do think is a really good idea, and I think ever since the Zelda games evolved in 3D, I really do wish the whole world was connected to turn into an open world type game, similar to what they're doing right here in Xenoblade Chronicles X. And that's the reason what he details. So he showed us the rest of the teaser trailer, showing Link and his horse running away from a monster. And I gotta say, people, this art style is way different than Wind Waker HD or the Twilight Princess style. Let me tell you, people, it's different than the demo they showed off years ago, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful art style, way different than any Zelda game I've ever seen. Think of it this: you take the realistic art style. Oh, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Imagine this: you take the art style stuff of Zelda Skyward Sword, but you add a tiny bit of realistic elements into it, realistic art style into it, but still have a bit of that cartoony element from Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. Now, let me tell you, like I said, it looks freaking amazing. It looks amazing, it's gorgeous, and I think the fact it's going to be open world really is going to make this different than any Zelda game you'll ever play. I'm not going to say too much about it, but if you go to Nintendo's channel, find the teaser trailer about it, or just watch the digital event near the end, you'll see what I mean. It looks fucking amazing, and the art style looks so gorgeous. It's very colorful, and yada yada yada. Glad it's going to be an open world game. I'm actually glad for that. And now the last announcement they showed in terms of games was Smash Bros. Again. This time they showed a character trailer, and guess what, people? The character you thought that was a screenshot that I thought was fake, like Palutena would be a playable character in Smash Bros., but some people thought it was all fake. Turns out that's actually true. Turns out that was all false. Well, I'm sorry for confusing everyone by saying that. Let me tell you, those leaked images turned out to be true. Palutena is officially a playable character in the new Smash Bros. Officially playable. Yes, they show off her gameplay, and there was a lot of things about Palutena that seemed unique. It seems, judging by the way she's playing, it seems like as if she's playing like a combination of some characters. Like, for example, She plays similar to Pit of how his moves have changed. Like, she has herself a counter shield, she has her own projectile, she has her own type of recovery moves. She plays similar to Pit, but with a combination of other characters' play styles. But that's me saying that, but it really looks awesome. It's actually pretty amazing that they put her as a playable character. That's awesome. I'm actually glad for that, but that's about all the news. But then comes a fucking teaser at the end. And I kid you not, people, this was confirmed later on after the digital event was over, during the Trios live event. I did miss it, but I see news articles about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Shigeru Miyamoto is making 3 projects, or 2 projects, I said. 2 of them, one of them is called Project Garbage, is a defend tower game, which I'm not interested in. I don't like those types of games at all. But ladies and gentlemen, for over 10 years, people have been asking this franchise to return for the Wii U. Ladies and gentlemen, Shigeru Miyamoto is officially making the new Star Fox game. That is correct. Star Fox is coming back for the Wii U with his own brand new game since over a decade, if you ignore the 3DS remake of the Nintendo 64 Classic. And I'll be honest, I was talking to my friend about this. He was extremely happy about this and is so hyped for this. And I'll be honest though, even though I've never played the Star Fox game, I actually have played Star Fox 61. I did like it. I don't know why, but after hearing that Shigeru Miyamoto finally making a new Star Fox game, it's really, really fucking exciting. It's just exciting. Fans have been asking Nintendo to go back to this franchise and make a new game for it for over 10 years, and it's finally fucking happening. It is finally happening. And I am glad Nintendo listened to the fans and started to make a game for it this time. And this is funny because there was a segment where the guy said, "Give us a Star Fox game," and Reggie Fils-Aimé just uses laser eyes and just kills him again. I mean, that's funny how they say that, and then they confirm later on Star Fox is being made. Like, that's awesome news. I am so fucking glad. They did announce some of the games, but I'm not going to say too much because they were in the digital event. I'm just going to see the time quickly, everyone. 12 minutes left, so anyway. So overall, what did I think about this Nintendo digital event? I'll be completely honest though with people. I definitely think it was an improvement from their E3 conference last year. I definitely think it was an improvement. But I don't think it's still nowhere near as good as Sony's conference. And here's the reason why. I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again. I still think the NFC figurine feature in terms of Smash Bros. 4 is completely useless gimmick now. Completely useless. A lot of players who will buy this game, which I still think it will sell very good, by the way. I still think it will sell very good, and I still think it's a system seller. Hers, but I don't see a lot of people buying this game. But since I now know for a fact that, since I know for a fact these are optional choices to buy if you want to, and they're not necessary, that's at least good to know. But I still think it's a useless gimmick, so that part really, really just made me get bored to death about it. I just didn't like so much. Some games I really am not interested though, even for a Nintendo fan myself, I'm not interested in some of them, like Mario Party 10. I mean, after seeing how much garbage the last game was, I really have no interest at all for Mario Party 10. Have no interest. But there's some other games but there are some other stuff I actually do like. For example, there's a lot of games I'm still looking forward to. I'm still looking forward to Smash Bros. 4. Obviously, I'm a big Smash Bros. Fan. I'm always looking forward to that game. And I'm glad that we got a 3DS game. And since the game's 3DS is coming out only a couple months before the Wii version comes out, that seems like a definitely reasonable date release split time or something like that, which is good. I mean, Xenoblade, I'm definitely looking forward to. Bayonetta 2, I'm actually really hyped for that game now that I know the original game's being launched with the sequel, which is really amazing. Hyrule Warriors, I'm definitely looking forward to, just to see how that plays. Let me see what else. I forgot what there were some other, and I believe there was, what was the other one I forgot to mention? Oh yeah, the new Zelda game, I'm definitely looking forward to that, because its art style looks so amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. Overall, there's a lot of things I really liked about Nintendo that I thought it was better than the last year's Direct, but it's still nowhere near as good as Sony's. So, grading Nintendo's E3 thing, I'm gonna give the conference I'm going to give their digital event a 7.5 out of 10. I definitely thought it was better than their last year's Direct, and I definitely thought it was slightly better than Microsoft's press conference from yesterday, but I still don't think it's nowhere near as good as Sony. So, But I still thought it was good. There was a lot of announcements, lots of games I'm looking forward to, and other stuff. So that's all I have to say, everyone. So thanks for watching my Nintendo news update. I will give you more news update if there's more news coming regarding to Nintendo titles. And if there's going to be more Smash Bros. News, I'll definitely make a video about that. I just have to watch. I'm just going to have to watch the tournament that goes on, and hopefully there will be more details. Especially there's the Q&A of Smash Bros. So I'll definitely be looking forward to that. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys later.